How's it going? My name's Avery. This is my van. What sits behind me is a 1992 E350 Ford Econoline. Yeah, there's kind of a cool backstory to it. So I was driving through South Huntsville. Something gave me the feeling of getting an exit off of the parkway earlier than I had planned. Lo and behold, was a lifted E350, which was what I wanted. This van is powered by a 351 Windsor, and the transmission is a E4OD. The 351 Windsor, if you don't know the backstory, NASCAR used the 351 Windsor, and then the Tommaso Pantera, they used the 302 4.9 Ford. It's a mid-engine sports car, and then they later transitioned to the Cleveland. And then as the Cleveland got phased out, they transitioned to the 351 Windsor. So the engine has some notoriety. It's actually raining now. I'm gonna take this camera and put this inside, and then we're gonna pick up where we left off. This here used to be a forestry van, and it was completely restored and redone by the previous owner, which I still talk to this day. And on the ceilings here, we have cedar, tongue and groove. This is a light. Let's see if can you tell? There's the bench here and the bed there. There's totes under the bed, and then there's totes under the bench, and then I have various little different areas to tuck things in. I also have a cooler between the driver and the passenger seat, and then on the driver's side I have this dial that allows me to switch from the starter battery to the auxiliary battery, and then I start the vehicle off of the starter, I put it on both, and then I charge them both up, and then when I shut down to go to bed, I just put it on the auxiliary battery, and that allows me to be able to run this vehicle and run the cooler whenever I'm home without any solar panels. There's the cooler there, I've got my tools here, and then the bed is just it's a fold down like couch style bench seat, and then it's been made where it's almost like permanently fixed. And then on top of that, there's a crease in between. That's what normally gives people issues. I rolled up a fluffy kind of blanket, then I just put a mattress topper over that, and then put a mattress cover over that, and then so far so good. For the blankets, I've got two blankets that I got off of Indian Reserve back when I worked over the road, and I love them. I love the feel of them. They match the kind of the ambiance of the van. And then behind you, I have a little foxtail. Then I also have a space heater, and there's a couple campsites in the area. So that's ideal for heat. Now for hot, when it's hot outside, if I can have a breeze come through here, I can have in a 75. It can get pretty hot here in Alabama, and if you got a nice breeze going through here, you can be quite comfortable even with it being really hot. Granted, you'll have to take a shower, but you got Planet Fitness, you got a truck stop. Now the other option for a shower is something like this. I had one of these before. It's a little bag. It's like a 5-gallon bag. And I left it at a campsite, but I left it there because it worked really good. And I used it for 2 days while I was home. And you can just hang it off the hook off the back where the back door of the van latches. You just hang it there, and the sun will cook it, and it'll be hot. But you have a fan sitting where I am right now, just blowing across the bed. You're just hanging out on the bed, reading, watching TV, or watching some on your laptop. And then at the end of the day, when the sun goes down, the air will start to cool off and everything. Then you take a shower, and then just wear, underwear or shorts or something like that, and you won't sweat very much. And by the time you get tired, it will have cooled off enough. And then even after the sun comes up, you'll have an hour or so at first sun. When the sun comes up, you still have time before it's going to warm your vehicle up. Especially if you take your vehicle and you say the sun rises in the east and it sets in the west, just take your vehicle and park it up against a tree where the tree covers you from the east. So you'll have shade until like 10 a.m. It's the easiest way to do it.